taking the depression module this morning, and it's quite very, very important. I guess you've been taken through the psychosis module, and you've also been taken through the epilepsy module. But I can tell you that depression is commoner than. So the thing now is that we are trying to put the light on depression, which is common, but we don't see the billboards around. We don't see it in people. Depression can be associated, is associated with people who have epilepsy, with people who have chronic medical conditions. But the thing is that we don't see. Now, we are trying to help ourselves in making you recognize depression and then being able to treat them. So Dr. Adebayo is going to start with how to diagnose or how to assess people with depression. So let's make him work.
What is depression? Anyway. Okay, so
Somebody wants to talk to
you know everybody looking at me, depressed already.
Somebody.
Okay, alright. There's someone here, so alright, you start.
I think depression is when you don't feel like doing most of things you are doing before, when you are withdrawing to yourself, feeling you don't want to associate with somebody or with people around you.
Okay. We all get that, Abby. Okay. Let's give a round of applause. Shall I encourage everybody else? Yes. So now, raise your hand up for me.
Depression is a state of low internal energy.
Okay. Alright. Then lady over there.
Depression can be defined as excessive melancholy. That does not function by itself. State of excessive melancholy.
Related to the little Iggy Hadid.
Melancholy or sadness.
Okay.
That does not go after the cause of looking out.
Sorry, melancholy or sadness
That does not go after.
Okay, alright. Thank you. The lady over here. Is there anyone else? Okay. Two more. After her, two more people are there.
Depression is loss of interest in what you are used to doing over a period of time.
Okay.
And does not go away.
There's one lady over there and one lady over there. So is depression a mental disorder? Why? Because it affects the mental health.
Because the person is withdrawn.
Sorry?
The person is withdrawn.
The person is withdrawn. Okay.
It has something to do with the mental health.
You know, when I was in primary school, they told me that you cannot use the word to define the word. So I'm not using that.
Usually all activity is processed in the brain. So
Sorry?
when all activity is processed in the brain, so that part of the body. So when there is depression, of course it affects the brain. But you can't process it the way it normally.
Okay. Alright. This gentleman right here.
Depression is a mental illness because it affects the function of the individual. Each of them is function, efficiency, the environment, and it also because of the individual society.
Hey, Alright, thank you. Alright, is there any other hand? Okay, final question.
Depression is a mental problem because one has been withdrawn and miserable, unaware of his or environment.
So, now all the things you said, all the different answers you said are correct. said, depression is all the things that we said. It's when someone is sad, melancholic, or has lost interest in things they usually enjoy, and all of that. They feel tired, they have poor sleep and poor appetite and all that. And yes, it is a mental disorder. And it is what you said is wrong about, yes, it's a mental disorder because it affects the state of mental health. Just that what the state of mental health is the next question. And so that means a disorder that affects how we behave, how we think, how we feel, to a level that is distressing and that impairs our ability to do the things that we normally do. Okay, that's what makes it a mental disorder. So the first part is mental, how we think, how we feel, and how we act. And then the other part, the disorder part, is affects our ability to do things we normally do, and it causes us, people that love us, a level of distress. Okay. And one thing that I'd like us to understand is, people do not become depressed because they are sad. People that are depressed become sad. Do you understand that? So it's not that fever gives someone malaria. It's malaria that gives fever. Alright? Most people think of it as depression happens because somebody is sad. No. Somebody is sad because they are depressed. Are we clear? What you would call depression in your language, if you're going to ask somebody, or if somebody is going to tell you about depression, the person cannot speak English, they can only speak your language, how would they say it? Or how would you ask them?
Yoruba.
Sorry?
Yoruba.
Some that contest you, are you Yoruba?
Yoruba.
Alright. Okay. So he said irreversible. Other Yoruba, do you agree with me? I heard of saying something else. Irreversible what? Okay, so we'll give you 50%. Okay, no, it's irreversible longer than common. We'll give you 70%.
Ìdákọ́lẹ̀ ọkàn.
Ìdákọ́lẹ̀
ọkàn.
That's what we're finding. Alright. Anyone else? Where are you from? You have started. Okay. Do you have anything different to say from what they said? Okay, say what is it that you can say? Rule. Yoruba rule. Okay. Alright. Igbo. Sorry? Is it different from what you said so far? What? Okay. Alright. Okay, let's move to the east. Alright. Anyone from the east or the south? How would you describe this? And tell us the literal meaning if you translate it to English. Which we should come back to for the Yoruba people. Yes.
Yeah, or the way
Okay, so what does that mean if you lift it into English as it is? What would that mean in English?
It means that the person, you cannot say that he's really mad, but how he talks to himself makes it to be that way.
Okay, alright, thank you. There's something interesting about what she said that I don't know if anybody picked, but I'll come back to it. Yes, the lady from the north. Sorry, which language is that?
I'm not from the north.
Which language?
I'm from the middle belt.
You are from the middle belt. Where? Which ethnicity? Idoma, okay, very. Alright.
In my place, when a woman behaves like that, they say, we call it Inyoma.
Inyoma. Okay.
Blood, which means the blood has entered
the brain. Alright.
The blood has entered the brain.
Alright, very good. Okay. Alright, I think there's one. You haven't had anybody from the south. From where? Edo North. She didn't give us her local government. Okay. Let's take that one.
Meaning the person said it's not correct.
Okay. That sounds like Yoruba, doesn't it? Come on, Actually, you know some of our languages are related. Yes. I'm convinced that there's a relationship now. Alright, I think we've taken almost every. Is there anybody that meant captured your ethnicity? Alright. Now, what do we notice that is common to all those ones? Irewesi Okan, by the way. What does that mean? What's Irewesi? For those that are Yoruba. No, it's not depression. What is it literally lift it into English? Weakening of the heart. Idakole Okan is what? Idakole is exactly. It's dropping of the heart. No, I want us to. No, that's not right. And that's what I want to understand. There's something I understood when I was still a medical student. I told to me, and I've never forgotten. He said that a language is the worldview of a people. When you really understand the language, you're not just learning words, you are getting the way these people see the world. So, for instance, because I'm Yoruba, I will use Yoruba as an example. Yorubas use the word Ogun to describe trouble. What does that tell you about Yoruba see the world? Ogun means battle. It means Yoruba see the world as a Ogun as a Ogun to you. Have you not say so? Yes, that's how they say. Do you get it? Now, that means that they see the world as what? The battlefield. Now, you may know that that's how to say it in Yoruba, but you may not appreciate that that's what it says about the Yoruba view of the world. So that explains why Yoruba are very suspicious. Abi? Good. So, the fact that there is no word for depression in our languages, what does that mean? Does it mean that we don't get depressed? It means that what? Let's ask, why is there no word for snow in any of our languages? Is it because there's nothing like snow? Because the concept of snow does not exist for us. Is he actually snow? It is a word that was taken to represent snow after we found out that there was something like. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Do you get what I'm trying to say? One of the things about the language is that if a language is a living language, it will expand to capture new concepts. Do you understand? So the fact that there is no word for depression, and that if you look at all the words for depression that we describe, what is common to all those words? They all describe physical things, heart, brain, blood. So what does that tell us about how we see depression, even when we think that there's depression? What does that tell us? It means that we see it as a physical thing. It is a problem of the heart. It's a problem of the brain. It's a problem of the blood. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say. That's how we see it. When we can agree that it is there. But if you look at it, especially for, I think it was the Igbo lady, the word, and for the other lady to the northern lady, the word, the Idoma lady, the words actually do not describe depression. They describe mental illness as a whole. Did you notice that? Yes. So in other words, there is no categorization of mental illness as far as they are concerned. It is all one condition. I'm just trying to get us to see what our languages tell us about how we see things. Alright? And if you look at it, this is one of the challenges of communicating mental illness actually in our local setting, because there is no language for it. So it's difficult to communicate it. Even when you are communicating with someone that speaks English, you find out that it's a bit difficult because the person is still thinking in Yoruba or thinking in Igbo. If you get what I'm saying, it's not like they are not thinking in English, but they are still thinking as a Yoruba person, or as an Igbo person, or as an Idoma person, or as an Anu person, or whatever it is. Do you understand? So,